Hello, welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lexi. I am about to be a first-time mom. I'm pregnant with my first baby, and I figured a fun little video would be going through some of the items on my baby registry. I'm not gonna go through every single item, but I will link all of the items down below so that you guys can kind of take a peek. And I also wanted to open up all of the free registry baby boxes and things like that, because it is so fun to go through those and see what you get for free. So I figured this would just be like a whole registry themed video. I wanted to do a little disclaimer and say that I am so grateful for our family, friends, brands that I've worked with, and I feel very fortunate that we're able to create a registry and have people contribute to this little baby. And I think while a lot of these things are really exciting, especially as first-time parents, it's not like you absolutely need to have these things. And I also feel like baby registries and items that you choose for your baby are very personal to you and your lifestyle. So for example, the items that I picked may not be as applicable to your lifestyle depending on where you live, what you do for work, what you want for your baby. Like, everybody is different, and I don't think anybody is wrong in wanting what's best for their baby, whatever that looks like. So just take that with it as you will. I've done a ton of research of what I believe will be best for our family and our baby, but again, I've never done this before, so just kind of working off of lists that other moms have put together and doing a bunch of research, doctors, pediatricians, things like that. So that's just kind of my little backstory disclaimer for that. And why don't we just hop into the goodies? So I think what I'm gonna do is go through in categories of things on the registry. I'll put some screenshots up on the screen, and also, like I said, every single thing will be linked down below. I'll have a list, a baby registry list that you guys can shop all the different links so you can see exactly what is on my registry. Certain things like toys and clothes and things like that I'm not going to talk about, just because number one, we have a problem, and even though we don't know what we're having as far as boy or girl, we can't stop buying baby clothes. So our baby is very well stocked with clothes because my husband and I can't stop buying them. Anytime we see something on sale that's really cute while we're out and about, we just have to get it, especially because there's only so many gender neutral things you can get. So when we find stuff that we like, we grab onto it. But I do feel like you can definitely add those things. I did add a bunch of little teethers and toys and things like that. Books for sure. I'm just not gonna go through all of those items. These will be kind of the main items that I guess we included on our baby registry. So starting off, first and foremost, bigger item would be a breast pump. If you are planning to breastfeed, pump, whatever that looks like, formula feed. For me, I really want to try and breastfeed, but also I'm going back to work. I'm a pediatric dentist. I don't have the ability to just solely breastfeed, and I really want my husband to be able to feed the baby as well. So for me, I definitely want to incorporate pumping as well. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, a fed baby is best no matter what that looks like, but for me, I really want to try and breastfeed as well as pump. So first, I got a pump through my health insurance, and if you have insurance, there's a bunch of websites you can go on. I chose to get the Spectra heavy duty hospital grade pump for my free pump through my insurance. And then on my registry, I put the Mom Cozy portable wearable pumps because I will be going back to work. I will be pumping when I go back to work. I wanted something portable that I could pump on the go, and so that is the one that I chose just based on research and preferences and what would work for me. I also got, on that same realm, a manual pump. The one that I picked is the Freedom Mom one. That also has a suction option that's kind of like the Haka, but I wanted a manual pump to just put in the diaper bag when I'm on the go. If I don't want to have to worry about something being charged or being plugged in or anything like that. So just a manual pump for moments when I need it. And these are more affordable, obviously, than the wearable electronic pumps. but definitely wanted to get that. And I like that the Freedom Mom one was like a 2-in-1 with the suction. So I got that one. Then on the same realm of like breastfeeding, things like that, I put the Willow Find Your Flow feeding kit on there because it had a lot of goodies. It has silverettes, it has the hot and cool packs to prevent mastitis or help clog ducts. It has the, I don't know what you would call them, like the suction, again, like the suction, but more of like the wearable suctions. So if the baby's feeding on one side, you can just pop the other one on to collect your letdown. It has reusable breast pads, all sorts of things for breastfeeding. And I thought, since I've never done this before, that kit would be perfect. So I put that on there. It has all of the goodies in one little box and it goes on sale quite a bit. So check around like the sales, whether you get it from Target, Amazon, whatever, and check it out because it does go on sale here and there, which is really, really nice. Also, I guess I should say I used Babylist for my registry, but I also used Target and Amazon. You can also link that to Babylist. And when I go through all of the freebies that you get after this part of the video, I did do all 3 of those. So stay tuned for that. Then again, on the breastfeeding realm of things, I put the My Breast Friend pillow, why can I not speak? My Breast Friend pillow on my registry. I know people love this. I know other people love the Boppy. For me, this one just seemed to have more of what I was looking for. I like that it's strapped behind. Again, the baby is not here yet, so I can't tell you how I like it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and that's the one that I decided to go with. So we'll see how I like it. But again, I liked that it's strapped. I liked that it was like more flat and it had back support as well. So that's why I went with that one. Then on the feeding section still, burp cloths, muslin burp cloths. I put a bunch of different ones from Amazon on there, different sizes, things like that. Everyone says you cannot have too many. So I put a few on there, was lucky enough to get them off my registry at our baby shower and have them all organized and ready to go. So put some in the diaper bag, put some in the little like diaper caddy, dresser, like all around the house basically, because I know that those will come in handy. Now is the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Groansy. So you'll see I have another Groansy item later on in the video that I put on my registry, but they were super kind to send me their bottle washing machine. And I have seen so many videos from moms that pump and bottle feed or formula and bottle feed that these are essential basically. And they are super nice, convenient, and you can obviously hand wash everything, but just knowing that at least while I'm on maternity leave, I'm hoping around half of my feeds will be with a bottle. You can also wash like pacifiers and stuff like that in here. And then when I go back to work, obviously a lot of my baby's feeds will be with a bottle. So this will be really, really nice, especially for Sean, my husband, when he's home with the baby, or my mom, whoever's watching the baby. This will be really, really nice to have. It not only does cleaning, sterilizing, and drying, there's multiple different cleaning modes, and it's sterile storage, which is huge. So I really loved the idea of this, and when they reached out, I was like, that sounds incredible. They have awesome baby products. They have other things. Like I said, I have something else on my registry from them later in the video, but I was really excited when they reached out about their bottle washer because, like I said, this is huge. Not like physically huge, but also a game changer because babies go through a lot of bottles and things fall on the ground and they get dirty, and as a first-time mom, it's really important to me to keep everything nice and clean and sterilized, and I just think this is going to be so nice to have and sit on the counter and just have ready to go for all of baby's bottles and things like that. So like I said, can sit right on the countertop, really, really convenient, and I'm super excited about it. And like I said, sterilizing and drying and washing all in one is so nice. So as you can see, there's like a little rack up here for the smaller items, and then you can put your bottles in and you just fill it with water and it does everything for you. So really excited about this. Thank you so much, Groansy, for sponsoring this video. And like I said, they have other baby products as well. Here's a few on the side. This is their nasal aspirator, their bottle warmer, and their postpartum recovery kit. these are not the items that I have later in the video. I guess I can just tell you, I also put their pacifier sterilizer, their like little on-the-go sterilizer on my registry, and I'm really excited about that also. But check out all of their stuff. I will have some information linked down below, but if you are an expecting mom or you know an expecting mom, this seems like a fantastic gift. Again, something that maybe you don't think that they would want to buy themselves, but will be really, really nice and come in handy. Incredible. I've seen lots of people rave about this, and I'm really excited to try it out for myself. So thank you, Groansy, and check out all of the information down below. Other cleaning supplies that you may need, we got a travel bottle washer, a little dishwasher basket, things like that are always great to put on your registry as well. And then I believe this is the last like breastfeeding specific item, but the Saris Chill breast milk chiller. So these I had never heard of until I was pregnant. And now I've seen a bunch of videos of people saying it's super nice, especially if you pump throughout the night. So what it is it's a chiller that keeps your breast milk cold and ready to go, basically, so that you don't have to get out of bed in the middle of the night and go to your refrigerator or your freezer. You can just pop it into the chiller, leave it on your nightstand, and then deal with it in the morning, basically. Or if you're out and about and you pump, you want to keep your breast milk cold and fresh, this is great. So very excited about this. This was an item that I felt would be, again, important for me on the go as I'm trying to navigate the breastfeeding, pumping, feeding journey. Next, similar to the muslin burp cloths are these bibs. I just found these on Amazon variety pack because again, we don't know what we're having. So gender neutral, colorful, all things that we look for in items that baby will be wearing. But also these had really, really great reviews. Babies drool, spit up, things like that. You don't want to constantly be changing their outfits when they are soaked. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I'm very pregnant. But these had great reviews, came highly recommended, so I popped these on my registry as well. Next, this is the high chair that we went with. So we went and got the IKEA high chair when we were just at IKEA looking for things for our bathroom closet renovation. It was like 20 bucks. Super great, but I wanted something that was a little bit more on the go, easy to take with us if we needed to. And that's why we went with the Chico tabletop one that just like clips to a table. So you can bring it to restaurants, you can bring it when you travel, you can use it in your house, whatever you want to do. It is really nice because it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's why we chose it. And I'm really excited to use that once we are out and about with baby when it's a little bit bigger. And if we're traveling and things like that, I think this will be really, really nice to have. Next is the baby monitor that we went with. So a baby monitor in general, I would say is a product that most people would consider essential. I know I certainly do. And I wanted one that could use Wi-Fi on my phone on an app if I was out of the house and wanted to check on baby, if somebody was watching the baby. But I also wanted one that was non-Wi-Fi as well, in case we wanted to just use like the old school monitor within the house and not have to worry about, you know, Wi-Fi going down and not being able to see the baby. Or I've heard crazy stories of people saying that their baby monitors got hacked. I just didn't want to deal with that. So we went with the Eufy baby monitor that again has both options. Super, super nice. I have not hooked it up yet or anything because baby is not here, but I do have it. I'm really excited to use it. And again, had really good reviews. And for me, it was like the perfect middle ground of like high tech, but not too high tech that it was gonna stress me out. And I loved that it had the option to have just like the little monitor within the house so I could not have to worry about it on my phone. Or if I wanted to hook it up to the Wi-Fi when I left the house, I could do that and see baby from an app as well. Another thing that I've seen a lot of moms say is like one of their most used items is a little travel sound machine. So I just found these ones on Amazon. Again, great reviews. They are really small, so they fit in the diaper bag, they fit in the little diaper caddy, and they have a ton of different noise options, sound options, rechargeable, really, really easy and affordable. So we got 2 of those so that I could keep one in the house and put one in the diaper bag, stroller, whatever else we wanted to do. On that same kind of area was also a little egg light. Seen these a lot on TikTok, people recommending them. This one in particular is great for nighttime feeds because you just flip it over and it turns on, and it's not bright enough that it's going to light up the whole room and wake up baby, each other, whatever. But I think this will be really, really nice. Again, super easy. You don't have to worry about like searching in the dark for buttons or anything like that. It's really, really small, easy to carry around, and you just flip it and then flip it over when you're done for changing diapers and doing feedings and things like that during the nighttime. Next is a diaper bag. So I decided, I did a lot of research on this. I didn't even consider Sean when I was picking the diaper bag because I'm like, you know what? He's fine with anything, but now we just unboxed it and packed it up 2 days ago, and he's like, I'm obsessed with this thing. So it is Huggies brand. It's like a neoprene, like really easy to clean fabric. It's all black and it has so many pockets. And I love it so, so much. And I will say, as far as diaper bags go, they can be very, very expensive. And I wanted something that was practical, comfortable, easy to travel with, not too big, but also fits a lot. And this one is perfect. It has a wipes container. It's got things you can clip on the outside. It hooks onto a suitcase. It's great. It has insulated bottle holder on the side. So we're really excited about this. And I'm shocked I haven't really heard more people talk about this diaper bag, to be honest with you. I found it just like doing research on the different apps and websites for baby stuff, but I'm obsessed with it so far, so stay tuned. I feel like as far as diaper bags go, this one is a more affordable option for sure, especially for what you get. Next is a changing pad. So I was struggling getting behind the super expensive like rubber changing pads that everybody loves, but I also wanted a good quality one that was wipeable. I didn't want to have to do laundry every time the baby peed or pooped on it. And I also saw they had a Hatch baby changer pad that had a scale on it, and I was like, that's really nice because if I'm breastfeeding, I would love to know how much baby is getting and make sure they're gaining weight and all of those things. Again, I don't know if that's the medical side of me or like the data side of me with what I do for a job, but I love having that information. It makes me feel less anxious. So I found a dupe for the Hatch changing pad that is cheaper on Amazon. I will link it down below. Like I said, it has a scale. It's such good quality. And compared to some of the other ones that don't have the scale or anything like that, it's more affordable. So I don't know. So far from what I've seen, think it's gonna be great. But it's kind of like a little dupe for the Hatch one. So I will link that down below. We just got like a basic beige color and we have it up on the dresser in the nursery and I love it so far. Again, baby's not here yet, but from what I see, the quality seems really, really great. Next, a lot of people say you don't need this. For us, this is something that was just out of convenience we really wanted, but so it's a diaper pail, a diaper trash can for baby's room. I knew I was gonna have to I wanted a trash can in that room anyways, and I wanted one that sealed off the smell, things like that. And my biggest thing is I didn't wanna have to buy expensive, specific, like brand specific bags for the diaper pail. So we went with the Ubbi, U-B-B-I, Ubbi. And the reason I loved it is because our kitchen bags that we already buy for our trash can for the house, they're the same size and they fit in it. So I don't have to buy separate bags that are overpriced. I can just buy generic kitchen trash bags and they fit perfectly in there. And it seals up from what I've seen. Reviews were really good. So I'm really excited about that. Just to be able to throw diapers in there and have one dedicated place for it. So we didn't have to like throw it in the kitchen trash can and things like that. And also it's hot in Florida where we live. So I didn't want to have to leave them like in the garage to get like hot and smelly. So this seemed like a great option for us. Next is some sort of baby carrier. So I had a couple different ones on my registry. I had the Solly baby wrap for when a baby is really, really small. And then I had the more structured carriers like the Wildbird, Mabe. Those are two that I have. A more bougie end, you could get the Artipop. I personally didn't put that one on my registry. I love the Wildbird and the Mabe. Maybe it's M-A-B-E. I think it's pronounced maybe. But I love both of those brands as well as the Solly baby wrap. So those are the carriers that I put on there. I'm really excited. I really want to take advantage of baby wearing and get baby comfortable being in a carrier because I feel like it's super convenient to get things done, go out and about, things like that, while also keeping baby like close to you and safe, away from germs, everything else going on. Next is a stroller fan. So again, since we live in Florida, it gets very hot, and I wanted a fan that I could clip onto the car seat, the stroller, the hospital bed for when I'm in labor. So I believe we got 2 of these. We may have just one. I need to double check, but this one just came from Amazon, had great reviews. It has the like flexible legs that you can wrap around anything. Camera died, but we're back. We will be getting a lot of use out of that fan. Definitely putting it in my hospital bag, and I'm sure baby will use it quite often living in the heat. Next, also for the car and traveling and things like that, instead of a mirror, I wanted to do the like little camera, rechargeable camera that goes in the car. Couple different reasons. One, I feel like it's really nice, especially at nighttime. 2, a mirror with the sun beating on it freaks me out a little bit and like glares and things like that. And they are not that expensive, so I wanted to get just one of the little like mountable cameras to watch baby in the car and just to make sure everything is good while the baby's in the car seat. Nothing crazy there. I feel like these are becoming more and more popular, and I can see why. They're just really easy to use and convenient. Then bigger items like the car seat, the stroller, things like that. Again, I feel like these are so personal to you, your family, your needs, where you live, what you're going to be doing. We decided to go with the Nuna Pippa RX car seat and the Up a Baby Vista V2 stroller and bassinet. Reasons we chose this, I really liked the safety features that Nuna had. I've heard a lot of people that I know personally and online got the Nuna car seat and they absolutely loved it. So that is why we went with that. And then I like that it can be used with a base and without a base. And then for the stroller, we decided to go with the Up a Baby. We tested a bunch of different strollers. Big things for me, I wanted one that could convert to a double. I like that you can face the attachments towards you or away. And I just really liked the way the stroller rode, and like the big basket on the bottom, a bunch of different features. So we got that, and the bassinet attachment was important to me because we take a lot of walks. Being in Florida, we can walk all year round, and having that for baby versus like being stuck in a car seat all the time, I felt would be really, really nice. Also, you can use the bassinet like around the house if you want to, and like just carry it around for baby to lay in and relax. So that's why we went with that. We went with the navy blue one. We still have to unbox it. I'm very excited and eager to do that. We have it. We just have to put it all together. So I think maybe this upcoming weekend, that'll be a project that we do. Next is the Mom Cozy sound machine / light. I know a bunch of people love the Hatch one. I just didn't want to have to get another app and subscription and things like that, and I'm pretty sure with the Hatch one you do. This one was really affordable, easy to use, doesn't require like an extra subscription or anything like that, and I liked the different features that it had. We're just going to keep it on the little nightstand next to the rocking chair / recliner in baby's room, and that way, like for a nighttime routine, once baby's sleeping in their room or whatever else, if we're just hanging out in there, we have that as a little option as well, so we don't have to turn on like the big overhead light. And I like that it had the sound machine built into it. Next is a little diaper caddy. Because we live in Florida, are in a 1-story house. We don't have a basement, we don't have an upstairs, which is really common for living in Florida. So we don't really have to worry about like having to go up and down stairs, but I still wanted a little diaper caddy to just have, especially in our room, because we are gonna have baby sleeping in a bassinet in our room for the first little bit, and that way we could keep that stocked with diapers and things, just so we didn't have to walk across the house to go into baby's room to change them in the middle of the night. Again, just a convenience thing, not a necessity, but I think it's gonna be really, really nice to just have like diaper cream, diapers, wipes, things like that we use on a regular basis, just in a little handheld basket that we can travel around the house with. Then the drawer organizers for baby's dresser. This is really nice because, shocking, baby items are small. And so I felt like if I put them in the big drawers, they would just get really messy. So this is a great way to keep it organized. Things like burp cloths, pacifiers, diapers, socks, What else have I put in there? Things like that, you get the gist of it, to organize the dresser. So we got some of those. I started organizing the dresser the other day, love them so far. Next are like more groups of things. So the next group of things is for birth and postpartum. So little things, I mean, again, not a necessity at all, but these little mama and baby toiletry bags for the hospital bag, birth labor combs to squeeze when you're in pain, nursing bras. I got the Kindred Bravely nursing gown. I put that on my registry because I really wanted a cute, comfortable nursing gown. I got black because I know you get fluids and blood and it gets gross, whatever. But I love that it can be buttoned up in the back as well as the front, because a hospital gown, you guys, your booty cheeks are out all the time. And I know it doesn't really matter when you're in birth, but I just wanted to feel comfortable. And these had really good reviews, and I thought it was nice to like feel kind of cute while you're in labor, okay? I'm not gonna be somebody that puts makeup on during labor just because I hardly wear makeup on a regular basis because I hate just like feeling it on my face. But something little like a nursing gown, or not a nursing gown, a labor gown, to me, that is worth it. So whatever is worth it for you, just try to make yourself as comfortable as possible, because it's not a comfortable day from what I hear from other people who have already given birth. And then the Freedom Mom postpartum kit. Seen a bunch of things about this. I really liked the kit because it gave you a little bit of everything. And then I figured if I ran out of something and I liked it, I could just restock one of those items. Next are some of the toys that I got on, that I put on my registry specifically for when baby is young. So the Love Every Playmat. I love the quality of it and I like the reviews. Everyone says it's really great for newborns, tummy time, things like that. And then a bunch of black and white contrast toys like the water mat, the little cards that you can use for tummy time. Just like basically toys that help baby learn and grow and develop. And I really didn't want a lot of like loud plasticky toys, especially right away, because they're baby. They don't really need to be playing with that stuff. So I wanted like high quality like high quality materials and brands that were known to be really good with like developing baby's brain and things like that. So that is why I picked these toys. Next, like I said a million times, because of where we live, I really wanted some nice like cover up swimsuits for a baby and sunglasses, because I know you're not supposed to put sunscreen on baby right away. And although we will be keeping baby in the shade for most of its childhood, but also especially when baby is really, really little, I still wanted like swimsuits. We have a pool. We're constantly outside. We love to go to the beach. So these were some that came recommended to me based on like research I did and also family and friends that live down here. And it just is nice to like cover baby up to avoid like too much sun exposure and things like that. And again, trying to be as gender neutral as possible in doing that until baby comes. So these were some of the items that we put on there for that. Then bath time essentials, again, because they're really little, I didn't put a ton of toys right away, but I did put the Angel Care bath, what do you call that? Like insert, basically, for our bathtub, some like hooded towels that are super soft, and then just a couple of toys that I wasn't gonna have to worry about getting moldy. I've just seen too many horror story videos of like rubber toys and how they get so moldy, and I'm like, the baby's not even really playing with them yet, so let's start with these and kind of go from there. So those are just a couple of bath time items that I put on there. Then into the like health and safety / toiletry realm, I've got a 3-in-1 thermometer, so oral rectal thermometer, the Groansy pacifier sterilizer, a humidifier, the little nail file, the Freedom Mom nose sucker, and a life vac kit for choking. Those were all things that were important to me to include on my registry. And even though some of those items are like not as fun as other items, I'm really, really happy and grateful that we got them because they're important to have for when you need them. Next are pacifiers. So the pediatric dentist in me is very particular about which pacifiers I wanted, specifically ones that were orthodontic pacifiers that I know are either developed by dentists or tested by dentists and recommended by them, because I personally, when I was little, had really bad binky teeth. And again, the pacifier is not a bad thing, especially because once they're older, past like the age of 3 is when you're recommended to try and stop that, to fix like dental occlusion problems that are caused by the pacifier. You can take that away at that point if you want to. So again, 2 brands that I really, really love as a dentist are Nook and Ma'am. Both of those are orthodontic. They're great. So I put those 2 brands on my registry, and those are the ones that we're going to try with baby and see if baby even likes a pacifier at that point. But I know those 2 brands from work standpoint are really, really great. So I figured, why not get them for baby as well? Then we've got toiletries like diaper rash cream, shampoo, body wash, things like that. Some different brands that we got. We were really interested in looking for clean ingredients. We have Pipette, Mistela, Honest, and Tubby Todd. So those are some of the different ones that we're going to try out, see what we like. We also have Aveeno Baby that is great, Aquaphor, things like that, like the classic brands. But those are the things that we put on our registry. We'll see. I have a sprayable diaper rash cream that I'm excited to try. The Mistela No Wash Cleansing Water for baby skin. Honest diaper cream I've heard is great. The Tubby Todd All Over Ointment and Pipette brand is super, super clean. So like shampoo and baby body wash for that. Lotion, things like that. Then we have swaddles. So the ones that we put on our registry, again, babies are all different. They're gonna like what they like and not like what they don't. But we wanted to do the Halo and the Love to Dream. Those both have options to keep baby's hands up. They were really cute patterns as well on the Halo website. But again, I've seen great things. They are well researched and come highly recommended for pediatricians. So that's why we went with Halo. And then the Love to Dream as an option, because in baby's ultrasounds, there's been hands in the face quite a bit. So I'm like, oh gosh, is baby gonna want their hands up? So a couple different options there. We'll see what we end up liking and what we don't. Then last couple little items are something that I didn't consider was how nice it would be to put a couple of things for when baby's a little bit older that you still will need on your baby registry. So examples of this would be like a little plate and utensil set, sippy cups for when they're drinking out of a straw. So I decided to go with these 2, and they are both brands from Amazon. The thing that I really loved about them was that they are stainless steel, but also with a silicone like coating on them. So they're really easy for baby to pick up and hold. They're not gonna break, but the stainless steel will last. And also I've heard people say that like silicone specific, all silicone products like start to taste like soap, and there's like extra care you have to do. I didn't want to have to deal with that. So we got stainless steel with just like a silicone outside, basically. So again, it's gonna be a bit before we can try those, but doing my research, that's what we decided to go with for cutlery, if you will, baby's utensils and things like that for when they're eating food down the road. And then last but not least are items that either we purchased ourselves, we were fortunate to be gifted, or are items that were like passed down from people. So that includes the pack and play, a bouncer, bassinet, the nursery furniture, and a crib mattress. So those are all things that I would definitely put on a registry. We just specifically got them from like, either we bought them ourselves, or I worked with brands, or like I said, hand-me-downs from friends and family. So those were things that aren't necessarily like on my registry because we didn't need them from the baby shower, but things that I would highly recommend putting on a registry, again, if you are interested in them. So pack and play for when we're on the go. And then the bouncer and the bassinet, we did Baby Delight. The crib mattress, we went with Newton because it's really breathable, has a washable cover, waterproof, things like that. And then the nursery furniture is Sortcraft and Graco, I believe. I think they're the same company, but I will be doing a whole nursery tour walkthrough video of everything at some point here soon when it's all done. It's almost there, But for now, that is the long rambly video of me talking with my hands that I'm sure drove some of you crazy. I'm sorry, I'm very expressive. Of the items on my baby registry. And like I said, a bunch of stuff that I hadn't mentioned, like smaller items, all will be linked down below. The Groansy bottle washer will be linked down below as well. And now let's get into the freebies of the fun stuff of unboxing the little baby registry welcome boxes. So let's get into that part of the video, shall we? Hello, I am so excited. I just got my last, well, I think, unless there's more that I don't know about, my last little freebie box from the different registries. So basically what you do is you sign up to start a registry. I did, for example, Amazon, Target, and Babylist. They don't have to be like your main registry. For example, I'm using Babylist for like my overall registry, but I did add items on Amazon and Target in order to get the free box. Plus there were things that were specifically sold on those places that I knew that I would be buying anyways, that I wanted before a baby shower or anything like that. So I got those items, and you have to spend anywhere, it varies on which store, but you have to spend anywhere from like $20 to $30, and then you get the free box. Sometimes you have to pay for shipping, sometimes you don't. But I wanted to walk you guys through what I got in each one. So we've got Target, Amazon, and then the one that I was waiting for that I just got today finally is Babylist. So let's go through all of the goodies. If you guys know me, you know I love free stuff, absolutely love free stuff. So this is super exciting to me. And after I unbox them on camera with you guys, I'm actually gonna organize and put away everything so that I can like kind of keep stock of what I have so far for baby. And another great thing is if you're like me and you're not finding out the gender until birth, most of this stuff is gender neutral because you have to think they're sending it out as a sample without knowing, you know, anything about you or your baby. So you can try a bunch of stuff, see what your baby likes, see what you like. And I just love free things. Okay, it's like mystery boxes. Like when you were a kid, did you ever go to the dollar store and like grab a mystery bag and see what's like in it? That's how I feel about this stuff. So let's start off with Amazon first. And you'll notice there's some products that repeat and then some things that are new, but you really do get like a lot of good stuff out of these bags. So anyways, I'm done yapping, let's go through. So first is the Lancino nursing pad and breast milk storage bag samples. Then you have Aquaphor Healing Baby Ointment. I think there's 2 different packs in here. A Carter's onesie. This is in size 3 to 6 months. It's just black and white. Looks like this. Little safari animals. A MAM Easy Start Anti-Colic Bottle and Comfort Pacifier. So the bottle looks like this. And then, whoops, the little pacifier looks like this. So MAM is a great pacifier from a dental standpoint. They were at a recent pediatric dental conference that I went to, and I got to learn like all about the brand and things like that. So I actually have a few more of their pacifiers and like early start toothbrushes and things like that. So I was really excited to see this in the box. Then a Vita Coco coconut water. Also in this one came liquid IV, but we probably already used that when we got the bag. You guys know I love liquid IV. I work with them all the time, so I'll leave the code for them down below, but big fans. So either Sean or I probably already drank the liquid IV that came in here. But coconut water. Dr. Brown's anti-colic bottle. A Amazing Baby Newborn Muslin Swaddle. This one is black and white as well, and it's just got like little zebras on. It says you can use it for a swaddle, play mat, sun shield, and it gets softer with every wash. The Dr. Talbot's Milk Fresh 4 breast milk sensors, tracks time and temperature to indicate freshness. And then just a bunch of coupons for different brands. So that was the Amazon one. Now let's go through the Target one. Moving on to the Target bag. We've got Millie Moon luxury diapers, 2-pack of size 1. Then we have the same Lancino nursing pads and breast milk storage bags. Pampers Pure Protection, size 1, and it's just 1 diaper in here. Up and Up Target brand absorbent and soft diapers. We've got 2 diapers in size 1. A Philips Advent bottle. I'm actually gonna take it out right now. Looks like this. Is there anything else in here? No, I think that's it. 2 little lavender shampoo and body wash, and then baby lotion, like little travel size Up and Up brand. Dr. Brown's anti-colic, same bottle. A little Vino Baby Daily Moisture Healthy Start Newborn Balm. A Bibs pacifier. Honest wipes, 10 wipes in this little pack. Perfect to just like throw in a diaper bag or when you're traveling and whatnot. We've got Mommy's Bliss Gripe Water. Little sample of that, and then I think a coupon. Yeah, $2 off. Dapple Baby Bottle and Dish Soap, little sample, and then also a coupon. I'm gonna separate these so I can keep all the coupons separate. Kendamil Infant Formula makes 1 bottle. Another wipes, these are fragrance-free baby wipes from Up and Up, 20 of them. And then I think just a bunch of coupons and like little info pamphlets. Yes. All right, last but not least, the baby list box. This one I was very excited for. This was the one I just got today, so I knew I had to film this video. And I think this one has the most in it. Don't get me wrong, if you do all 3 of these, you've got a lot of stuff, but I would say as far as how much you get in them, I would say the most is Babylist, then Target, and then Amazon. So, first up, we've got a couple different wipes. The Honest wipes again, 10 wipes, just this little like travel pack. Water wipes, we've got 10 in here. Ubi brand baby wipes, 25. For diapers, we have Healthy Baby diapers. It is 2 diapers, size 1. And we've got Huggies Skin Essentials, again, 3 diapers, size 1. And then Kudos Baby, I don't see a size on here, but I think it's, 2 diapers are in here. Then moving on, we have this, the brand is called Primary, and it is, I think Hello Sunshine is like the pattern, but it says it's, I think, 100% organic cotton, just this little onesie, and it is the size 3 to 6 months. Another onesie, this one's from Kite Baby, 0 to 3 months. Little hedgehogs. A very bougie, the Beaufort Bonnet Company. It's a burp cloth, but everything about it is just very luxurious feeling. This little bib from Stonyfield Organic. It's like a little farm. I think it's muslin material, but a little orange bib. A Tubby Todd all over ointment little sample. A little sample of Lancino organic nipple balm. A Palmer's Cocoa Butter Stretch Marks lotion. Another Dr. Brown's anti-colic bottle. Philips Advent bottle. I believe this is probably the same one. Yep. the KinderCare Noodle and Boo Bath Essentials Kit. So this comes with hair and body wash and their super soft lotion, like little sample sizes. Two samples of triple paste with a little coupon. Again, I'm gonna separate the coupon so I can keep it. The same Lancino nursing pad and breast milk storage bags. And then 2 different pacifiers. We've got the same bibs one. And then this is a Spanish brand that I've never heard of, Suavenex, but it says it is approved by the Spanish Society of Pediatric Dentistry, which as a pediatric dentist myself, I love that. And it does look like more of an orthodontic pacifier. So I'm gonna have to look that up. They're now sold in the US. It seems they make bottles too, so very cool. And then Mom Cozy breast milk storage bags. So I'm pretty, like I said, pretty happy with all of this. And then a bunch of coupons. Let's see what we've got in here. Some of them are coupons and some of them are just like little info things, but for the most part, I think these ones are coupons. You can get like a free product, 20% off, free swaddle. I'm sure it's like with purchase, but very, very cool. So just looking around, like this is a lot of good stuff across all 3 of them. So we have a bunch of diapers, a bunch of different wipes to try, 3 different onesies, burp cloth swaddle, bib. We have 6 bottles, 4 pacifiers, a ton of different like travel size baby toiletries, a formula. I mean, all 3 of these are filled with breast milk storage bags and like nursing supplies, like little pads. Some other thing, like this is, I mean, I am pretty happy with this. And you get a variety to try out. So I'm gonna go organize this and put it all away, but I'm so happy that I was able to go through these and show you guys because it's literally free stuff and you get to try a variety of things.